All right, so it says we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Helene Foy, and I am here with the wonderful Jasmine Dayton. And she is an author tuber. All of her information is linked in the description box. Geez, it's been a while. It took me a little while to figure out what that was called. I was like, the thing down below.
Just down below, just whatever is there. I love it.
And yeah, thank you guys all for joining us for these word sprints. This is going to be a little bit different than how I normally do them. So this whole stream will probably be about an hour long. Instead of doing a bunch of short little sprints, they're probably going to be, I want to do 2 slightly longer sprints. So around the 25-minute mark for both of them. Yeah, that way we can get some more stuff done, productivity, all that fun stuff.
It's perfect because in between you'll have plenty of time to eat dinner.
Yes. I have my food as well.
All the snacks. I'm definitely going to get up and grab more.
Let us know in the comments if any of you guys are also eating dinner and let me know what you're eating. I'm eating Korean food. I'm eating chicken and the cabbage with a kimchi sauce on it. It's really good.
Okay, that sounds amazing. I have been craving Panda Express all day today.
Oh,
that sounds so good right now. But I literally just came from work and I'm like, I don't have enough time to grab it, so I'm having a peanut butter and honey sandwich instead. And
that sounds good though.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good when you're in a bind and you need something quick.
True. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And then, Jasmine, did you want to go ahead and do a little intro? I totally forgot about that.
Yes. No worries. I feel like I've been on the channel a couple of times, so I think we're just so with it, where we're like, oh yeah, it's just normal. We just do this sometimes.
Go right into it.
Right, exactly. My name is Jasmine. I am an author tuber. I have been a little bit quiet on AuthorTube for a little bit. I want to start doing some more live sprints like Helene is doing. And that pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Awesome. And then do you know what you're going to be working on for today? Yes.
So I have a goal to finish the final draft of one of my novels that has been, a long time in the making. And I want to finish it by the end of the year. And I've fallen behind on my weekly goals to get that done for the end of the year. So I am just going to just super laser focus on that one. So that is my plan. How about you? What are you working on?
As I was getting everything set up, I was like, what am I going to be working on? So I might be I want to work on one of my projects. It's one that I had kind of planned out. I'd done a vague outline for it. But I'm not feeling Project Goldwings as much right now. So I needed a little break from it. So I'm just working on probably that one. It's a Viking inspired novel, which is really fun. And especially as we're getting closer to winter here in Montana, just the vibes.
Oh yeah. Very much Viking vibes.
Yes. And
I'm wearing a flannel for crying out loud.
Well, I was so excited because it's been hot here in Montana.
I know.
Weirdly hot. And yeah, usually it's at this point, it's sweater weather. So the other day it was 80 degrees or something. I'm like, okay, it's just cold enough. I think I can pull off a sweater. I'm going to go for it. I wanted to wear a sweater so bad. So I just dug one out and I was like, okay.
It's that weird in between where we can't quite tell if summer is over yet or not, because there have been some really cold mornings. I mean, yeah, even here today, it was 60 degrees, but I think it's because of the smoke. It covered up all of the sun, which in a way was nice because we got to cool down. But yeah, it's still crazy out there. Yeah. That is one reason I'm really excited for fall is I'm just over the smoke. I don't want it anymore. And the only way we're going to get rid of it is if it gets colder and things stop catching fire.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Fun times.
Oh yeah.
You get I feel like you get maybe a week of a window in summer for Montana where it's nice, no smoke, and it's hot and you can go enjoy activities.
Right.
And then after that, it's smoke. And then after that, it's just cold. So
That's Montana. The one time, the 1 week during the year, and everybody ends up being here because everyone's like, oh my gosh, Montana's nice. Let's go travel there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's crowded, but you know what? It's all right. Montana's great in its own beauty, in its own way.
Yes, I do love Montana. And then like,
Oh, chicken parm sounds so freaking good. I'm sorry.
do what?
I just saw the comment and I just saw the word chicken parm. I'm like, oh my gosh, it sounds so good.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had like a little freak out moment. Wow, I'm hungry. Okay.
You scared me a little bit. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
And then Nicole is here. Hello. I've gone from my computer for a while now, just needed a break.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
And yeah, are you good to kind of dive right into the first sprint?
I am good.
Yay! So I was prepared this time.
Yes.
And Rita is here. Hello.
Hi.
And oh, one more comment. Yes, yummy chicken parm is my favorite dinner, hands down. Oh,
I just want to start seeing all of the comments of all of the food, and that's all we talk about in between the one break that we have is food.
I
love it.
I love it. All right, so I was prepared this time. I do have the timer pulled up. So
Nice.
I went ahead and started with 25 minutes, and maybe for the next one we can do, like I can ask for suggestions around the 25-minute so we can have some fun creative numbers. But for this one, I just pulled up 25.
Perfect.
And yeah, so 25 minutes is on the clock. This is our first sprint, and I'm going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1.
really glad that you unmuted your mic like 5 seconds before, because that would have terrified me otherwise, because I was in the middle of it.
I started doing that because there have been times when I've scared myself, even. So I'm like, oh, okay. Or the timer has scared me. So I'm like,
yeah.
I try to unmute it a little bit before to kind of ease it into the scary timer.
That's a smart idea. Oh my gosh.
So how did you do for the sprint?
Went good. I'm in the middle of a very intense action scene right now, so it's very easy to just get sucked in. So that's where I was at. I can't believe how fast the time went by. I feel like I checked the timer once and it was 18 minutes. I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time. Then I felt like 5 minutes went by and we only had 3 minutes left.
Dang, you were really into the action scene. That's awesome.
How about you?
I did not do quite as, okay. Didn't know what I was actually planning to do anyway. I was going to work on my Viking story. So I did it's dual point of view. And so I just started writing the other character's point of view. But the thing is that I need to get a really good name, because this is really weird. I know there's some writers who come up with names after they've written the whole story. But for me, the name itself says so much about the character. So I have to find like the perfect name for him before I can start. So I was doing some research on that. And then I also was answering a bunch of texts and scheduling a bunch of random things. My life is just so hectic lately, but it was good.
I was about to say, I can't do that. That's something that I am not able to do. I can't think of names after the fact. That's one of the first things I usually think of is what are my characters' names. So I know that some people work better when they can really think about the name and put meaning behind it, but I don't know how they do it, because I can't do it.
I don't know, same here, because even I guess how the name sounds and stuff will paint a picture in my mind of their physical appearance, if not part of their personality, which sounds really weird, but like, I don't know, certain names I'm like, oh, I know your character.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So that's the struggle, but I have found some really good ones, some top contenders. So, and also I was dealing with my little kitten.
You have a kitten?
I do. So I have 2 cats, and then I also we just got a new kitten. His name is Bucky, after Bucky Barnes.
Yes!
I know, he's a cute little black. Oh, he just jumped on my lap. I'll see if he's gonna bite me if I try to pick him up. Don't bite me. This is Bucky.
Oh, hi, Bucky. Oh my goodness.
Very tiny. And we found him on my front porch. He had been hiding out there for like 2 weeks. And so we asked around at our neighbors, couldn't find the owner. And he was so small, he was starving. And we think he was like the runt of the litter and got kicked out or something. Because he was not doing good. So we set out some food, and eventually he just brought him inside, and he's the sweetest little cat.
I live here now.
Yes.
Funny you're talking about that, as my dog has literally like been bothering me this whole entire time. She's like, I know you can't see her, but she's like right there, and I'm like petting her. So when she saw the cat, she was like, oh. She loves cats. It's a good thing.
Oh, she does. I love that. This cat is getting, oh no. Nope. Don't go on the laptop. He's not used to having like a laptop in here. He's like checking it out, like, oh, what is this?
He's like, yes. Have you seen those videos of where they explain that cats love mirroring you, which is why they sit in front of you when you're doing something? But if you give them their own, then they'll just take their own and do it right next door to you. So if you gave, if
they make a little laptop?
Yeah, if you make them a little laptop and you're like, okay, this one's yours, then they'll sit in front of that one instead.
I never knew that.
Yeah, a lot of people have done it for yoga mats too, because they'll try and do yoga, but their cat gets in the way and they're like, what are you doing? But they gave them a little mini yoga mat and they would just sit on the yoga mat. Oh, there she is.
Oh, hello. I love that though. I never knew that.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? It's so funny.
And I see that Precious Cousins has joined us. Hello.
Yay.
And Charlie. And oops, the timer's getting Laurel's dogs. Sorry about that. One of these days I'll get one of those nicer, pretty timers. I have yet to figure out how those work. And Legend of Rune, I'm working on my outline, so not really giving a word count. Yeah,
yeah,
the same here. But I'm close to sewing 2 scenes together in the outline, so I'm happy with that. Ooh.
Oh, that's always so exciting whenever you get your outline and you finally figure out how to connect 2 scenes, because that's one of the hardest things for me where I'm like, I know I need to get from point A to point B, but I don't know how to get there yet.
Yes. Oh, transitions. I hate transitions, especially when characters are traveling. And for some reason, every single novel I write includes traveling of some kind. And I'm like, why do I do this to myself? I hate writing transitional travel scenes.
I know. Every single time. I mean, they got to get to somewhere where they're going, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, it's wild. And then Laurel said, I made the mistake of giving my character the name Riss and no one knows how to pronounce it. Oh, yes.
That is a tricky name.
I've heard, I think just from Sarah J. Maas's books, I've heard it pronounced Riss, but.
There's Riss. I've heard it pronounced Reese, Rice.
Yes.
That's what I thought it was. Rice.
Maybe Reese is right. I forget. Maybe that's just how I pronounce it. I don't know. I also get mixed up with how I pronounce the word in my head versus how I learned it's pronounced, so then I can never remember which is which. Like,
I cannot tell you how many times my husband has made fun of me because I never heard the way a word was said. I just read it and I pronounce it wrong and he laughs at me. And I'm like, why are you laughing at me? And he's like, because that's not how the word is pronounced. And he's always right about the pronunciation of words and I'm always wrong. Like, you know what? I read, okay? I don't hear people's intellectual conversations. I read them.
Yes, I think that's a reader problem because, like, I could tell you how it's spelled, how it's used in the right context.
Yeah.
I just couldn't tell you how it's pronounced.
Yeah, I can't tell you what it sounds like.
Charlie, ooh, yes. So that was little Bucky. He's super cute. Ooh.
Barbecue. Oh, that's fun.
Oh, nice. Got 291 words for this second scene in chapter 8 of The Beauty of Stars. Yes!
Fun.
I'm so excited. Legend of Rune, I'm going to have to get a chair for my cat since they're always stealing my chair when I get up.
Just get one of those like American Girl doll chairs. I know that they have them. They have to have them.
Oh, I'm sure they're so expensive though.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, get an off-brand. Off-brand.
And Mike is here. Hello.
Hey.
And Charlie, I say it Rice as well.
Rice.
Yeah. It's supposed to be Reese, but I had to make it complicated. Oh, yes. Reese, it sounds better as Reese, I think.
One of my characters' names is Sage, and usually Sage is spelled S-A-G-E, and that's it. They're like, no. And I'm like, I'm going to make it fancier than that, so I threw in a random I in the middle of it. So my bet is people are like, Sage, and I'm like, no.
Sage.
I just wanted to make it complicated because the way that it was correctly written just didn't look right to me.
I have a friend whose name is Sage, and she spells it S-A-Y-G-E.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I feel validated.
Yes, you gotta spice things up sometimes.
There you go. Yes, I agree.
And Alley Cat is here. Hello. I'm glad you all could join us. So that being said, are you good to jump into the second sprint?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I think we're going to do probably another, should we do 22 minutes? So we have some time to wrap up around the hour mark.
Oh, I guess that's a smart idea. We tend to talk. I always forget about that, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
No, just got to plan for it, though.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Do we ever plan for discussions? No, but they always happen.
Does that sound good? 22?
22, yes.
All right, and let me remember how all this works. All right, should I do 22, 22?
That'd be fun. We're getting super T-Swift over here. Double 22.
Yes, double 22. All right, 22 is on the clock, and I'm going to go ahead and start the timer in 3, 2, 1. That one surprised me.
I was about to say, I saw you were entranced there.
I was like, oh, how did you do?
Good. I finally got to a good, I feel like I got to a good stopping point. It's still in the middle of the intense action scene, but it's at a good stopping point. So that was the perfect amount of time. How about you?
That's good. Well, I wrote the beginning of the chapter. It was only like 100 or so words, probably. But yeah, that's good. Getting the character, trying to get him figured out. Then I took had a bunch of phone calls and stuff I had to make, and contacting people all about school and stuff. Long story short, I'm probably going to be moving somewhere else to do classes this semester. And it was a very last minute scheduling change. So I've been kind of, hustling a lot this
Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. Well, props to you for still doing a sprint in between all of this.
Oh no, this is good. And it's good because I want to get some writing in.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice little break too.
Right.
And then Alley Cat had joined us. Hello. Thinking about changing my MC's name 8 chapters in. Ooh.
That has happened to me before. In fact, the character that I have that is named Sage, I found a really early draft of when I was first writing this. Apparently her name was Florence. Don't remember that.
Really?
But I saw that and I was like, this is not quite right. Same story, different person. What happened?
Don't you love that? Like finding really, really old drafts of like a story you've been working on. You're like, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
Yes. Oh, find and replace is your friend. I've changed a whole character's name before. If you go if you're doing it on Google Docs, I know I think you go to like view and then there's find and replace or edit. Oh, that helps me so much.
I also know that it's in Word too. I use Google Docs for writing my stories, but at work I do a lot of edits on stuff, and so the find and replace has been a huge lifesaver for me too. So it's on both of those if some people prefer to use Word as well.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Dang. Mike, I'm using the name Reese, but pronouncing it Reese as well. I like the little It's a
Make
cool
it fancy with an apostrophe.
Yes. Legend of Rune. That's right. That's all right. I'm about 10 chapters in and I'm planning on changing 3 of my characters' names. Ooh, that's kind of fun though.
It is. I feel like it's fun changing names because initially, like, especially when you're first thinking of the idea, you kind of just throw in a name. Like, I can't believe that there was one time that I named one of my main characters Randall. What kind of name is Randall? Randall is an antagonistic lizard, and that is all he will ever be to me. Why did I choose Randall? I changed his name after that because I was like, no, not Randall. Not Randall.
Also, I feel like certain people that I've met in my life or like characters have ruined certain names for me, if that makes sense.
Yes,
like there's some names I'm like, I'm sure this is a pretty name, but I know someone who's named that and they just kind of ruined it for me.
Oh yeah, totally get it.
Mm-hmm. Alley Cat 231 and watching YouTube videos. Yes, was also stuck. That's impressive for being stuck.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome. I managed to get the 2 scenes together. I'm very excited to jump to the next section. Yes.
Exciting.
About 100 and had to look up a few words I wanted to use. Nice sprint. Awesome. I'm outlining / sorting out chapter 7 of my little story I'm writing. My kidnapper, my savior. Ooh.
That sounds like a little syndrome that I can't remember the name of, but we all know what kind of syndrome it is. Is it Stockholm syndrome? Syndrome.
I think so.
Yeah, where these people that get kidnapped all of a sudden like fall in love with their captors and all that sort of stuff. So, spoiler alert. I'm just kidding. Sounds really cool. I'm very interested.
Yes. I didn't even divide them into chapters yet. I guess I'm on my second first. My second first.
Second first draft?
It probably makes sense, but I think my mind's just like dead.
We've
Please
been
explain.
places in our minds.
Charlie said, yes, my cat's name is Cammy. Cammy can be nothing but a cat in my eyes.
There are
Yes.
so many people that give their animals like very oddly human names. Have you ever noticed that? And you're like, why is your cat named like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like Joshua or something like that. Like, oh, this is Joshua, our cat. I'm like, that's a human name.
Yeah, right. I know. And then, okay, so for clarification, on my second chapter, that's awesome.
Nice.
I feel that reading someone with a
Nasty.
specific name that you're not fond of, then find it in a book, movie, show, or game. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to write a story about two teens who get kidnapped as kids and are rescued like 10 years later.
Ooh. Love
that would be interesting. Dang, all my pets have human names. I know mine technically do too. The main reason for that is because almost all of them came from the pound and they already named them.
And they
So
already
we have a Janie, who's our dog. Then we have a Bonnie and a Bella, who are cats. And then we have Bucky, which we did name, but it's after Bucky Barnes. So I think that's okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or even when you have friends or family with those names, all you can think about is them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is very true.
And the kids who got kidnapped and rescued have to testify against those who've raised them.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hello!
She's being a pill. She's barking at inanimate objects, so I'm keeping her here.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, it is a little bit past the hour mark, but this was an awesome live stream. Thank you guys so much for joining.
I got so much done, which I'm so grateful because I've been super behind on my goals. And the next live that I wanted to do, I literally just wanted to keep on writing and writing until I hit like where I'm supposed to be as far as the week goes. So this gave me like a really good starting point to get that all done. It kept me like I'm keeping up with it now, which is really great. So thank you so much for inviting me to it last minute.
Yes, thank you.
It's always so fun to do sprints with you.
Yes. Oh, live stream. Oh, I love live streams, and I need to do more of them. I really do. But yeah, and before I forget, Jasmine's information, the link to her channel is in the description box down below. Please go check out her channel, like, comment, subscribe to her. She's an amazing author tuber. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming.
I am hoping to have a sprint on Saturday. It might be later than I usually do it, maybe at like 11. But once again, I want to just get all of this writing stuff done. So if you want to just hop in on that sprint whenever, Helene, I feel like it's going to take me a while. So if you are like seeing it and think, oh, I could like hop on, then I'm totally down for that as well, to do it on my channel too. So if you have time, do not feel pressured. I want to make this super chill since I'm going to be on there for a while.
That would be fun. Ooh, I'll have to look at the schedule.
Yes, absolutely. Well, yay, thank you so much for having me on here again. That was so fun.
Thank you guys. And yeah, again, for this stream as well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that fun stuff. And once more, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.